What's up, Kiwi Farms? How you guys doing? You guys have made a critical miscalculation. You think I'm mad at you or ever have been. I'm not.
Breaking news, gamers. Nicky Rackets of Rekieta Law fame had a bit of a meltdown after it was discovered his wife had posted compromising pictures of herself.
What's up, Kiwi Farms? How you guys doing?
Hello, hello, it's your friendly neighborhood Sen. Now you're probably wondering, hey Senster, how are you always right and how is everybody you beef with, quote unquote beef, because I don't actually dislike Rekieta, but how are all these wonderful people, how do horrible things happen to them? How did horrible things happen? I don't know. I mean, bad luck, good luck. But I don't know. Anyway, what am I talking about here? Well, I mean, apparently Nick Rekieta was one of my mortal enemies or something like that. I don't know what the story is now. I don't personally dislike him. I mean, he's a grifter, but he's pretty fucking honest about that, I think. So I came to realize that grifting isn't even really the worst thing in like the celeb fandom, really, or just in general. It just varies on what the grifter is and how he is, right? For example, Augie is the worst kind of LARPing grifter because he'll tell you that he doesn't like to associate with pedophiles, and then he'll associate with like flamenco, Mr. Girl, and he'll let Scrimzox pass like he never sent his cock to a minor for some reason, which he did, but whatever. You know, those are the bad grifters or the LARPers and bullshit like that. What Rekieta, it's like, well, he's a grifter. He's going to lie about winning a case, and then he's going to lose the case and then say that it was all because the legal system is bad, and then when it's convenient for him, he's going to say the legal system is good. Pretty much. Not too much that's wrong with that. Plus, I can find Rekieta and his crew a little more respectable than the commentary spurgs, right? They're like a step above or whatever. And that goes for Yellow Flash and Tug and them or whatever, right? Don't really dislike them, don't have much of a personal thing against them, especially now at my time on YouTube, and I feel like I've expanded my horizon, that I understand things a little better now. You have to forgive me, I was about 20 years old back then, you know, a lot of issues here and there, but I think I've gotten a little better. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, so the Rekieta degeneracy, right? What's going on? You know, title of this video, is Rekieta really a cuck? Well, the answer to that is technically, on a technical basis, kind of. He started cucking, let's say level 1. It's not level 3, you know, which would be higher than that. You know, I'd say there are like at least 3 levels of cuckery. You can ask Preston Poulter about that. I'd say that he is not at the worst level, right? He probably took the level 1 step of the cuckhood, which is always going to be a bad look, but luckily there's enough clout and enough Drexel to try to shield that, right? And I'm sure a lot of people will go ahead and provide damage control for Nick along with his Janny squad, but also his crew, which is completely understandable. That's usually what networks and just human beings do as a whole to, you know, whatever. See, Nick says that he is completely in control of this, basically. He says the farms are not getting to him or whatever. But in reality, that was just a fucking cope.
I think you have some retarded takes sometimes. Particularly around like the exclusivity deal that I've been talking about lately. Because you've kind of got the story backwards on that, but that's okay. You can't possibly know. But no, I'm not mad at you. And the post I made the other day was not mad at you. It was doing what you do, which is fine, by the way, and I've always endorsed it. I was pointing and laughing at something I found funny.
Like, he is constantly coping about this, and I don't know why. Like, he needs to accept the fact that he did some cuck shit, and just, like, no amount of damage control is going to stop it from looking like cuck shit, right? Especially because he's going to confirm that this is all true, and this is all him, and he's not doing it as a meme, right? He's actually saying, like, legit, you know? Like, he's malding about it, too. Like, that's the thing. He's confirming it while malding. Yeah, it's pretty legit. And chances are that Kiwi Farms did get to you, and chances are you're not this 5D puppet master that you're trying to come off to be. Alright, let's read an interesting post from a Kiwi farmer. I don't usually do this, but I think that to get some of their insight for this should be right, I guess. Only right? I don't know.
I found something funny. I decided to post about it. It doesn't mean I'm mad. You want me to be mad or something? Do you want me to be angry at someone taking pictures that were posted publicly and like making them more public? I mean, I prefer obviously to be able to have fun with stuff and like not have everyone become a colossal like raging vagina about it. It doesn't mean I'm mad.
It was fairly telling, at least to me, that the thing that got under Nick's skin the most, the first thing he mentioned on his WTF stream was about the exclusivity deal and how the farms is wrong about it. I honestly don't think he cares about the sex stuff or what we think about it. This is probably to his detriment. And where are some of his wholesome friends at this point? Where is Doug Knaple decrying this degeneracy? Where is Ty Beard promoting good Southern values? Hell, where is Mr. Peacock to say don't be an idiot? But just talking business really gets under Rackets' skin. And of course, if he had listened to some of us, his Rumble channel would be in a much better spot than it is now. In some of the speculation wrong about the potential deal, of course, we are working with incomplete information. But someone really nailed it up the thread. His so-called oppositional disorder isn't. He is an asshole who doesn't listen. With Hank Hillbutt, but without Hank's moral code. Sad. Many such cases. Edit. Say what you will about his wife and her looks. She's a basic Becky. He may be dated up in the look category with Lady R, but very clearly married down in the brains department. You're seeing what happens to generational wealth here. Grandfather made bank developing the old fields in early 20th century. Dad worked on flipping supercomputers, son. He talks about sex toys and his wife's asshole on the internet. I can't wait to see how messed up the kids end up being. So, I think this was a pretty good indicator, a little highlight, if you will.
It doesn't mean I'm mad.
At least for this whole thing. You know, if you want to give like the best interpretation and go with Nick's whole, I'm totally not mad about this sexual degeneracy and my wife, you know, showing her ass like this. It's all, you know, fine. There's a lot of funny layers to this whole story, but it all ends with just level 1 cuckoldry, which is fine, you know, I guess. But as I stated in a stream that I actually did like a day ago or so, by the time that this video comes out, it'll probably be 2 days. But when I stated in that stream, it's like it's not a good look for Nick. The reason it's not a good look for Nick in particular is because he's been this red-pilled, right-wing, hardcore badass that every fatso on the internet looks up to for some reason. And that's basically it. He's a hero to these guys, so much so that they'll spend like hundreds of dollars on this guy, right? And when you find out that your hero is kind of a cuck, even level 1 cuckery, it's kind of like... It's I don't know. it's a little bit of a shot to not only the person's ego, but the fat guy that's going ahead and putting thousands of dollars into him.
The bulk of the shit that has been said about me in the past, like, I don't know, 20 hours is the same shit that has been said about me for 4 years. Because frankly, the moment... This is the interesting thing about the internet. It doesn't mean I'm mad.
To finish this video off, I'd like to read this one too, which I found to be another interesting comment. And this was sent by this person. It says, I used to like Rekieta's stuff. His content made for nice background noise. I think post-Vic, and especially post-Rittenhouse, the quality of Rekieta's stuff has been in sharp decline. Nick is being a little too open with his sex life. I was listening to one of his recent streams, his election stream, and the conversation was always going into pseudo-sexual non-sequiturs, which made it hard to listen to. It's very weird for someone who is purportedly, I'm sorry, I don't do big words, a Christian, to be allowing his wife to post what is basically OnlyFans content. His wife has always been kind of weird to me. There was one stream where she was literally shilling a pyramid scheme. Point is, he is on the fast track to being a proper cow. Feels like he's getting too big for his britches and isn't capable of wrangling the degenerate audience of tard he's now in charge of. I blame anime.
I mean, I don't see a big deal. So she posted a picture. I posted some pictures. We had fun with it. And some people wanted to step on that fun. And that's, you know, then they made it into a big thing. Now apparently, you know, we are complete adulterers and we have an OnlyFans. I'm not sure where that OnlyFans is. I really want the income from it, but that's the reality. And it's like a big rolling explosion. And I don't know why.
Cop harder.